Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 9 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 9 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter relations and functions, and the lessons we are going to cover are find values using functions graph, evaluate a function, plug in an expression, complete a function table from a graph. So let's just start with the lesson that is find values using functions graph. Here I am on grade 9 math. The chapter we're working on is relations and functions. So the lesson is find values using functions graph. Okay, plot the point on the function with an x value of 8, right? So here you are given with the graph. You have to plot a function with an x value of 8, right? Here is, you are given the graph here, right? Here is the x value 8. So you have to plot a graph on x equals 8, right? So here is the point on the line. You need to match it to the y-axis. The value of the point is, the y value of this point is 1, right? So basically you are given with the graph of a function. You just have to plot a point that is given in the question and you can see the value of the y, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, plot the value on the function with an x value 0, right? So when you plot a line point with x equals 0, that means the point must be on the y-axis, right? Because on the y-axis x is 0. So here is the point, right? And the y value here is 6, right? That means when x equals 0, y equals 6. The correct option is 6. Plot the point on this function with an x value of 2. So just plot a point on x equals 2. So here is x equals 2, right? Just join it to the graph. Here it is. So when x equal to y equals 6. So the correct option is 6. Here is 6, right? Plot the point on the function with an x value of 7. So when x is 7, y equals, here is x equals 7, right? Just match it to the y-axis, so it would be, when x equals 7, y equals 6. The correct option is 6. Okay, plot the point on the function with an x value of 10. So when x equals 10, y equals, when x equals 10, y equals 2. So the correct option is 2, right? Plot the point on the function with an x value of 2. So when x equals 2, the value of the y is, just match the line to the x-axis. Here is x equals 2 and match it to the y. So the y value is 4. So the correct option is 4. Very good. Plot the point on the function with an x value of 8. So what is the y value? X equals 8. Here it is. And the y value is 1. The correct option is 1, right? Okay, what plot the point on the function with an x value of 1. So when x equals 1, here it is, the y value is, yes, the correct option is 8. When x equals 1, the y value is 8. The correct option is 8, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is evaluate a function. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, use the following function rule for f of 47. So basically, you have to evaluate the function on f equals 47, right? So on f of 47 means wherever you have an x in the function, you have to replace the x with 47, right? You can see here the function is f of x equals 1 minus x over 47. You have to evaluate this function on x equals 47. So replace the x with 47. So here it is 47 over 47. That is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. That means the same function on 47 is 0, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, use the following function rule to find f of 2. You have to evaluate this function on f of 2. F of 2 means you can see here you have f of x. So you need to replace all the x with 2, right? So that would be 7 times 2 minus 1. So 7 times 2 is 14 and 14 minus 1 equals, yes, that is 13. So that means f of 2 is 13. If you evaluate the function on x equals 2, the value is 13, right? The correct option is 13. Got it? Okay, use the following function rule to find f of 16. Now you have to replace the x with 16, right? So it would be f of 16 means you have to replace the x with 16. So that is f of 16 and that equals 16 over 8, right? So 8 times what number is 16? 8 times 2 is 16. So the correct option is 2. The correct option is 2. Use the following function rule to find f of 107. So which is the correct option? You have to evaluate the function on f of 107. So replace the x with 107, right? So that is f of 107 equals 11 plus 107 over 107. So they cancel out each other. You are left with 1. So 11 plus 1 is, yes, the correct option is 12, right? So f of 107 equals 12. The correct option is 12. Got it? Use the following function rules to find f of 9. So which is the correct option? You have to evaluate the function on x equals 9. So the correct option is, yes, the correct option is 12. You have when you evaluate the function on f of 9, the correct option is 12, right? Okay, the next one is use the following function rule to find f of 5. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is 51. The correct option is 51, right? Use the following function rule for f to find f of 19. So which is the correct option? Use the following rule. Use the following function to find f of 19. So which is the correct option? You have to replace the x with 19. So f of 19 equals, yes, the correct option is 1, f of 19 equals 1. Use the function rule. Use the following function rule to find f of 31. So which is the correct option? You have to replace the x with 31. So the correct option is, yes, that is 9. The correct option is 9. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is evaluate a function, plug in an expression. So the one we just did is we just plug in a value, right? The numerical value. Now you are going to evaluate a function by plugging in an expression. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay. Use the following function rule to find x minus 8 is an expression, right? Not a numerical value. So now you are going to evaluate the functions by plugging in the expressions. So you can see here x minus 8 is an expression, right? The one we just finished, we just evaluate the functions on numerical value. Now you are going to replace them with expression. X minus 8 is an expression. So you have to replace the c with x minus 8, right? You have h of x minus 8, so replace the c with the x minus 8 as this negative 6 x minus 8, right? So just evaluate the function, you have to do negative 6 times x, that is negative 6s. Then you have to do negative 6 times negative 8, that is positive 48, right? Just collect the like terms. 48 minus 4 is 44. So that means when you replace c with x minus 8, the value of the function is negative 6x plus 44, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Use the following function rule to find g p of 3. You will have to replace the m with p plus 3 in the function, right? The function is g of m plus 9. Let me do it on both. G of the function is g of m and m plus 3, right? Now you have to replace the m with g of p plus 3, right? So here is m. Replace the m with p plus 3, right? Just m, and the rest here is 3. That is the one you replaced m, right? So that is p plus 3 plus 3. Collect the like terms. 3 plus 3 makes 6, so that is p plus 6. The correct option is p plus 6. So just select the correct option, that is p plus. That is m plus 9, sorry. 9 plus 3 is 12. That is 9, and 9 plus 3 is 12. So here you have m p plus 12, right? The correct option is p plus 12. Option 2 is the correct option, right? Use the following function to find g 7y. Now you have to replace the s with 7y, right? So just do g of 7y. That means you have to replace the s with 7y. So negative 2 times 7y minus 4. So that equals negative 2 times 7 is negative 14y and negative 4, right? So the correct option is negative 14y minus 4. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, use the following function rule to find g of t plus 8. So which is the correct option? You have to replace the m with t plus 8 and then evaluate. G of t plus 8. That means 4 times t plus 8, because you have to replace the m with t plus 8 and then you need to add 7. So that would be 4 times t is 40 and 4 times 8 is 32 plus 7. You need to collect the like terms. So the correct option is that is 4t plus 39. The correct option is option number 2, that is 4t plus 39, right? So option 2 is the correct option. Use the following function rule to find g of 3r. Simplify your answer. You have to replace the p with 3r, right? So just evaluate on your notebook and write the answer in the chat box. Yes, the correct option is 3r minus 8. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Use the following function rule to find h of t plus 8. So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is t plus 14, right? Option number 2 is the correct option, that is t plus 14. Use the following function rule to find g6v. So, which is the correct option? Yes, that is negative 6v plus 10. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is negative 6v plus 10. Very good. Use the following function rule to find f of c plus 5. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is negative 7c minus 28. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is complete a function table from a graph. Okay, use the function of the graph to complete the table. So you are given with a graph, you have to complete the table. Here is the values, input values and output values given. You need to calculate the input value is 6, x is 6. You have to evaluate the value of y. So here is x equals 6, just match it to the graph. When x equals 6, the y value is, here is the point on x equals 6, right? X values are always the input values. So here is x equals 6, just match it to the y value. The y is 5, so the missing value is 5, right? That's how you have to complete the table. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. You need to calculate the value at x equals 3. You are given the input values, the output values, the input values are the x values, right? So here is the graph. Let's see x equals 3. Here is 3, right? Just match it to the graph. It would be here. And the y value is you need to match it to the y axis. The y value here is 8. That means when x equals 3, y equals 8, right? So the missing value is 8. Got it? The correct option is 8. Okay, the next one is use the graph of the function to complete the table. Okay, you have to evaluate x equals 6. You need to calculate the value. You need to find the value of y when x equals 6. So here is x equals 6. Here is the point of intersection. Just match it to the y axis. Y is also 6, right? So the correct option is when x is 6, y is also 6, right? So that is 6. Use the graph of the function to complete the table. Okay, so you have to see the value of x equals 6. So here is 6. Just match it to the y axis. When x is 6, y is also 6. The correct option is 6, right? Okay. Use the graph of the function to complete the table. X equals 3. Input value is 3. Here is 3, right? Just match it to the y axis. That means when x is 3, y is 8. The correct option is 8, right? Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. X equals 8, right? Here is 8. Just match it to the graph. It would be 10. When x equals 8, the y value is 10. The correct option is 10. Use the graph of the following function to complete the table. Okay, when x equals 3, here is x equals 3, right? And just match it to the y axis, that would be 9. When x is 3, y equals 9. The correct option is 9. Use the graph of the function to complete the table. Okay, you have to see the input value is equals 5. Here is 5. So just match it to the graph and then match it to the y-axis. That would be 4. That means when x equals 5, y equals 4, the correct option is 4. Okay, use the graph of the function to complete the table. When x equals 6, here is 6. When you match it to the y-axis, that would be 4. So when x equals 6, y equals 4. The correct option is 4, right? Use the graph of the function to complete the table. When x equals 9, here is 9. Match it to the y-axis, it would be 10. The correct option is 10, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 9 math. The chapter we were working on is relations and functions. The lessons we have covered today are complete, find values using function graphs, evaluate a function, plug in an expression, and complete a function table from a graph. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session, right? And if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? If you have any question related to the lesson we just did, you can ask. I'm here to answer all your questions, confusions and questions if you have any. So please ask if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session.